1 Peter 1 and verse 24 says, "All flesh is like grass, and its glory is like the flower of the grass. The grass withers and the flower falls, but the word of the Lord endures forever." And this word is the good news that was preached to you. Being from Southeast Texas, I've never really experienced the changing of the seasons. It was pretty much just hot and humid year round. But up here in Bowling Green, I can already see some of the changes in this first week of fall. The weather has gotten a little bit cooler. Out in the backyard, I think I can see a leaf or two starting to change color. And before long, all the vibrant green will turn to that golden brown as fall sets in. And by winter, all the trees will be bare, the grass will have withered up, and all the flowers will have faded away. And if you can picture that, then you can see Peter's point here. Peter's telling us in this verse that it's not just how seasons work, but that's how the whole world is. Just like nature dying out in the wintertime, everything around us is decaying and fading away. And people are too. No matter how vibrant and green life might be for a season, and no matter how glorious and beautiful it might be in the moment, it all withers, it all falls, and it all fades away. And so we might wonder, how can Peter call this the good news that was preached to you? Well, for one, the good news is that means I don't have to be so attached to the world. There's a part of every one of us that is so enamored and captivated by worldly things. Like the forbidden fruit of the garden, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life can appear so pleasurable and fulfilling in the moment. And so, some people spend their whole lives chasing after something that they either can't take with them or that leaves them empty, constantly being let down when the things of this world don't deliver the same joy and satisfaction that they once promised. But Peter reminds us that if it's all fading away, we don't really have a reason to hold on to it so tightly. We're not attached to this world with all its concerns and disappointments and empty promises. But more than that, the good news, he says, is that the word of the Lord endures forever. While the promises of this world are empty and fading away, the promises of God are eternal and forever abounding. The same word that spoke the world into existence, the same word that came to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same word that thundered from Mount Sinai and guided the people of Israel and accompanied all the prophets, is the same word that became flesh and dwelt among us. And it's the same word that we hold on to today in our hands and in our hearts. And if we hold on to it, Peter says, it becomes like an imperishable seed that's planted and growing within us, purifying us and changing everything about who we are, both now in this life and in life eternal. And so, the good news is that the grass may wither, the flower may fall, but we, by the word of the Lord, endure forever.